am the Kid Movie Ninja.
Hi, Internet! And welcome to Kid Movie Ninja, with your hosts, Fighting Leaf and Husky the Wolf. Yeah, that was completely necessary. Anywho, have we got something special for...
Fighting Leaf!
What's it? Oh, right. The cameo line.
It is I, your video viewing buddy.
Yes, VVB, we know who you are.
I have come to bring you a film that has escaped judgment for too long. This film is vile, and it must be reviewed as such.
And that would be...
The single most egregiously overrated piece of tripe ever committed to digital formatting. Disney's Frozen.
Seriously? I thought this movie was a hit with fans and critics alike.
I warn you, if you give this movie a blindly positive review like all the others, I will rain fire and death upon you!
How do people keep getting in here? Let's get started! Wait. This intro sounds weird. Did we pop in The Lion King by mistake? Cultural literacy at its finest. Actually, this introduction comes from... Okay, what gives? Did we pop in The Grinch now? Husky, that's just snow. Let it go.
Let it go, let it go.
No. We'll get to that song when we get to it, not before. So we get the title sequence from How the Grinch Stole Frozen before... it's a slasher movie! Run for them! We get our first song of the film, Frozen Heart, which I actually don't hear a lot of people talking about on the internet. Much like Fathoms Below from The Little Mermaid, this song is here to establish tone and thematic elements and not much else. Its line, Beware the Frozen Heart, has a few different possible interpretations within the context of the film, which we will get to before long. Oh yes, in case there are like 6 of you out there who haven't seen this movie yet, you should know a little something about our Fighting Leaf reviews. Husky? Spoiler alert! But not yet. Just warning you ahead of time. That's how we do things. Watch at your own risk. These ice harvester guys are splitting the ice here in order to sell to people for reasons and stuff. And this little blonde kid here is named Kristoff. He sucks at ice. Another pointy castle. Oh, Disney's gonna sue you so bad. Husky, Disney made this movie. They gonna sue themselves so bad. Here we get our first glimpse of the sisters, Princess Elsa and Princess Anna.
Anna, go back to sleep. I just can't. The sky's awake, so I'm awake.
I hate morning people.
Hey Rugburn, come on, let's go do something, let's go play!
Jerry, it's 6:30, go back to
But I
bed.
can't sleep. The sky's awake, so I'm awake, so I have to play.
Yeah, we'll play dead. But then Anna makes her sister an offer she can't refuse.
Do you want to build a snowman?
So off they go to build a snowman. In the big open room that every castle seems to have for some reason. It's called a ballroom. It's called your face! So here's where Elsa begins showing off her mutant abilities, magical powers over ice and snow.
Hi, I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs.
Yeah, it turns out they can play in the snow in their PJs because it's not like snow is cold or anything. But it's all fun and games until someone gets the mother of all brain freezes. Which apparently results in history's first premature white streak, I guess. Note to self. This is not an efficient mode of hair recoloration. I wonder about that man sometimes. So the king and queen race off to find some friendly rocks to help them. Oh, and Kristoff is there too. Turns out that these rocks are actually trolls.
Cuties, I'm gonna keep you.
You want to know the scary part of that exchange? She actually does keep them. Yay for kidnapping!
You are lucky it wasn't her heart. The heart is not so easily changed.
Plot point! Plot point! Plot point! Plot point! Ah!
So apparently you cure magical brain freeze by removing memories of stuff. It just wouldn't be magic if it made too much sense. The head troll, Grand Pappy, is voiced by... Ciaran Hines.
Okay.
Husky, can you pronounce that?
No. No, I can't.
Well, anyway, they go see this guy, and he tells him that she needs to learn to control her powers, which her parents take to mean bury them so deep that no one will ever find them.
Sheesh, we pretty much wouldn't have a movie if these parents weren't such brickheads!
The entire following musical number is basically her parents making everything worse in every way possible.
Do you want to build a snowman? Come on.
Throughout this whole song, Anna is begging and pleading for her sister's company, but she pretty much shuts herself off from everyone.
All the while, their parents are teaching Elsa new and fantastic ways to be the perfect little nuclear time bomb. Oh, I guess you want us to review the song itself now. Take it away, Leaf!
Thank you for that, Husky. The melody and accompaniment are both up to par with what we expect from Disney, but I do have a problem with these rather on-the-nose lyrics. Take A Whole New World, for example. The lyrics in that one have plenty of room for both a literal and figurative interpretation, which is part of why the song works so well even alongside brighter, faster songs like Friend Like Me and One Step. This one feels a little bit more constrained by its lyrics, and that's why it doesn't really work in my mind, even though every other part of the song is good.
So yeah, once Elsa and Anna grow up into Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell respectively, the king and queen died during this song. Why do Disney movies keep killing off parents? Tiana's dad, dead. Mufasa, dead. Jasmine's mom, dead. Belle's mom, dead. Ariel's mom, probably dead. Cinderella's mom, Snow White, the Great Mouse Detective, Tarzan, Bambi, why?
And with that, Elsa the Time Bomb is now complete. Now it's just a matter of waiting.
That took longer than expected. So 3 years pass and they're only now getting a new monarch? What have they been doing all this time?
No king, la 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 la.
Why the heck did they wait so long?
Listen for 2 seconds, Husky, and you'll learn.
Why do I have to wear this?
Because the queen has come of age. It's coronation day.
That's not my fault.
You know, Husky, I think the fact that we almost missed that crucial piece of information is proof that maybe we're not focusing on what we ought to be focusing on.
What do you mean?
I mean, what movie is without its flaws? What movie gets everything completely right? I mean, it's just a movie. Something you do when you want to have a little fun. Do you wanna watch a movie? Just sit back and let it play.
One that's got a lot of action scenes or ripped out spleens and then call it a day.
We only have a moment.
Then it's back to life.
What is it gonna be?
Do you wanna watch a movie?
It doesn't have to be a movie.
Fine with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue to poke fun at this movie for the sake of the review, but please, please, before you pass judgment for yourselves, watch the entire review to see what we really think of it.
Now, with that in mind, on with the show!
I bet they're absolutely lovely. I bet they are beautiful.
like a freaking angel!
So much for being a morning person. And already we have another song. Good grief, even Princess and the Frog had more time between songs than this.
For years I've roamed these empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no balls?
Wait, what did she say? Rewind that.
Empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no balls?
The ballroom! There's a ballroom with no
Real mature, Husky.
Don't know if I'm elated or gassy, but I'm somewhere in that zone.
Ah, that right there, that's actually a pretty good illustration of a lot of problems I have with these songs.
What, the fact that it's about digestion?
No, Husky, not even remotely.
A beautiful stranger, tall and fair. I wanna stuff some chocolate in my face. But then
These lyrics aren't bad per se, but they feel simple and kind of literal, and often rely on gender stereotypes to get a point across or to set up a joke.
Gender stereotypes!
And some people are kind of sensitive to those.
Okay, we get it, she's quirky! And in direct contrast to her sister, who seems to be dressed up like the typical Disney villain. Oh, I see where this is going. She's gonna go all evil and crystallize.
No, Husky.
Eh?
Keep watching. After the song, Anna meets Prince Hans.
hey!
I'm so sorry. Are you hurt?
Hey.
They're in love now.
Like you do. So the coronation happens, but when Elsa needs to touch the royal orb scepter thing with her bare hand, it seems like the ticking time bomb is about to go off. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
Of Arendelle.
Darn it, movie, stop stringing us along!
You should know better than that, Husky. It's never quite that easy. Now time for some cheap laughs.
What is that amazing smell? Chocolate.
You will die 1,000 fiery deaths!
Deep breaths, VVB. After some more cheap laughs with our red herring villain, the Duke of Weaseltown,
Weselton.
whatever, the sisters have some tense dialogue, and then...
Glad I caught you.
They talk and talk and talk and sing.
All my life has been a series of doors in my
Well, I guess we're overdue for another musical number, aren't we?
love is an open
This is probably my least favorite song in the entire movie, as it seems to be the kind of artificial shallowness that young people sing when they have no idea what real love is about. Please note, however, that in this case, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay, what is with the lightning today?
Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?
Can I say something even crazier? Yes!
What?
That was... odd.
Seriously, what? They meet, they chat, they propose, what?
Disney has begun this trend of poking fun at its own tropes and cliches, especially the implausibly quick romance thing. Luckily, Elsa is not on board with this, and after some heated words, guess what happens?
It's time.
I said enough!
Yeah!
Remember, kids, your chi can warm you.
So yeah, Elsa freezes the whole city, stranding everyone who came by ship, and Anna goes after her to calm her down.
I don't want you getting hurt.
She's my sister. She would never hurt me.
Yeah, she's dead. Oh, and she left Prince Smarming over there in charge while she's out.
We cut over to Mount Crumpet here, where Elsa gives our next musical number, probably the most popular song of the film.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight.
Don't care, moving on.
To be seen.
I wonder how many angry comments we'll get for skipping that one.
Even one would make it all worthwhile.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
So hilarity ensues when Anna tries scaling the mountain on her own. She gets her butt frozen solid and happens upon an extremely convenient chop in the woods. Then the abominable snowman shows up.
Turns out that this is grown-up Kristoff, now voiced by Jonathan Groff, on his way back from magically frozen mountain to resupply and get to the bottom of why it's winter during the summertime.
Big summer blowout. Half-off swimming suits, clogs, and a sunbalm of my own invention. Yeah?
Also, the joke of this scene is that he is selling summer things during the winter time. Is that not hilarious?
Also, he is very tall. See? Tall.
Anna convinces Kristoff to help him by buying all the stuff that he was too stupid to.
Sven, don't you think that's true?
Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. Every one of them's bad, except you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. But people smell better than reindeers. Sven, don't you think I'm right?
That's once again true, for all except you.
You got me. Let's call it a night.
She buys him the stuff he needs and he helps her, moving on.
They're on their way to the mountain, and even this guy is driving home the point of you don't fall in love with people you met for only one day. Good grief, are you trying to compensate for all those times you've said the exact opposite in your movies? Move on!
Then they get attacked by wolves.
Yay!
What do we do?
I got this. You just don't fall off and don't get eaten.
But I want to help.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't trust your judgment.
To be fair, neither do we. So, because Disney now has a quota for females saving male characters' lives... Whoa! See, Disney, you just can't win. She saves his life, he risks his life for hers, and she saves him again.
Okay, now we've proven she's a competent heroine. Moving on!
This whole thing has ruined me for helping anyone ever again.
She'll die on her own.
I can live with that.
You! Stop talking to your donkey!
Reindeer.
Reindeer!
Arendelle.
It's completely frozen.
Oh! Title drop! Title drop!
I will say this film boasts really nice imagery and masterful animation. Scenes like this really help you appreciate the subtle... Oh, hi Olaf.
Frosty the Dough Man here is gonna be our comic relief for the movie. And because of that, he's gonna have his own intro song. After she jams produce into his face, of course.
This movie tries way too hard to make its characters quirky. I don't know how many other ways I can say it.
Yeah, not like us! Science conquers all!
You wanna build a snowman?
Go back to bed! Or something like that.
I think this one might tie for my least favorite song in the movie. This just doesn't strike me as a good comic relief song. I can understand them taking a different direction from the usual thing, but Olaf strikes me as being half asleep whenever he does anything. Comic relief needs to be more...
I found a stick!
Yeah, like that.
In summer.
This has been another pointless moment.
Back in the kingdom, Prince Hans sees Anna's horse come back without her and forms a search party for her, leaving the town without a leader.
No king, la 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 la.
Be prepared for anything, and should you encounter the Queen, you are to put an end to this winter.
Yeah, these guys seem trustworthy.
Not sure if this is gonna solve the problem, but I found a staircase that leads exactly where you wanted to go.
Convenient. So Anna opts to see her sister alone, and the result is... a drawn-out scene that takes forever to get to the point. Lady, you accidentally froze Arendelle. Please fix it. How hard is that? But no, they have to have a whole nother frickin' musical reprise before she gets to it. Then this happens. Elsa then chases Anna and the others off with a super snowman. The natural progression. Leaving them at the bottom of a cliff, their mission unsuccessful, and Anna now has a frozen heart. Like that song at the beginning! So, with yet another one of her organs frozen, where do they turn for help? Why, that's easy, stupid! Oh! They go see the people who kidnapped Kristoff all those years ago. The rock trolls! So he's a bit of a fixer-upper, so he's got... What? Another one of the good crap movies? Show some restraint!
You're getting married.
What? So finally, the head troll rolls up to fix Anna.
But you can remove it, right?
I cannot.
Well, he was useless. Turns out only an act of true love can thaw her heart right now. So logically, they assume that they need to get her back to Hans so that he can kiss her. How's that guy doing, by the way? Uh-oh. Gotcha! Okay, got it. My ears! Make it stop! Yeah! And Elsa wakes up in a dungeon in town. Alright, this is it. This is where all the spoilerific moments in this movie come together in one huge, magnificent event. If you don't want to have the entire movie spoiled for you, skip to this point. And now, it is time to finish this. Let's ice this turkey in 3, 2, 1! Kristoff gets Anna back to town safely, then leaves, but when it's time to receive the kiss of love from Hans, it turns out Hans is evil. That's right, Hans only wanted to marry Anna for a chance at the throne, since he's the youngest of 12 heirs, so he leaves her to die there alone and to go off to execute Elsa. Then Kristoff talks to his reindeer like a crazy person again, making him ride back to town. Olaf buys Anna a little bit of time by the fire, tells her Kristoff loves her. Things get worse as Elsa's power rage out of control. Again, Kristoff is really good hearing. A final clash ensues between Elsa and Hans when Anna steps in, sacrificing her life to save her sister, turning into solid ice. But everyone knows she's not going to stay that way. Nope! Anna inevitably thaws, Elsa learns the true meaning of Christmas or something, and finally figures out how to end the winter all at once. Everyone seems unrealistically eager to forgive Elsa and the whole nearly killing everyone thing. Hans is arrested, and Olaf is given a little force field of protection from the heat. The end!
Now then, reviewer, pass judgment on this abomination and make an example of it for all future generations.
Pretty much what I was gonna do anyway. Now, as for my final judgment, I had fun with it.
You what?
Hang on, I'm not done. This movie had a ton of hype, and people everywhere seem to be saying that it was the best thing since breathable oxygen, and it has a lot of good things going for it. This is one of the most beautifully rendered Disney movies I've ever seen, but I'm primarily a narrative reviewer, so it takes more than pretty pictures to impress me. While I appreciate this story telling people that there is more than one way to love other than simple infatuation, and how rushing in can be downright dangerous, the neat and tidy ending struck a really bad nerve with me, as I know people aren't that forgiving. And it paints an unrealistic picture of human nature, which is extremely important to preserve, especially in a fantastical setting. I also got the feeling that the writers tried too hard to make the characters quirky instead of giving them true depth. In spite of all these issues, however, I still have to say that the good qualities outweigh the bad ones. And though it's not nearly as good as what I've come to expect from Disney throughout all the years, it's still a decent watch if you know what you're getting into.
A decent watch? The character depth of a shallow puddle! Dialogue that sounds like it was written by brain-dead monkeys! All of the humor of a funeral!
What is important is that, as VVB has just demonstrated, not all critics are going to agree. So before you come to your final decision, please be sure to find a reviewer who's right for you. Husky, far out.
That wasn't nice.
There, I reviewed the movie and I did not blindly praise it. A lot of the issues that you had with it are actually things that I can kind of agree with.
Okay, but what am I gonna do with all this fire and brimstone? This stuff is really expensive.
I have an idea! I have an idea! I have an idea!
And now, to record my famous discovery for posterity! Do you wanna watch a movie to settle close with closer friends? Life's calamity, catastrophe, it never ends. We only have a moment, so let's make it count. Stand with me as we say, yes, I wanna watch a movie. Any good or awful movie. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
Bad name!